I want to take a loan out for $250,000 to buy a home. I make $40,000 a year.
Okay, you can have a flexible rate loan at 3% for $250,000. Here you go.
Thank you. I finally achieved the American dream.
I want a loan for $400,000 to buy a house. I make $60,000 per year.
Okay, sign this contract for a flexible rate loan of 3%.
Okay, that's a good deal.
Over the course of 2 years, many people began to get loans and buy houses. However, their interest rate on their flexible rate loans went up to higher percentages, and many could not afford it. Soon after signing his contract, Scott's interest rate went up to 8%, which was 5% higher than his broker had originally told him.
I can't afford 8%. The bank is foreclosing on my house.
Scott's house was foreclosed by the bank, which began to happen to many people across the nation, so house values drastically went down. The bank only received $150,000 for the originally $250,000 home. A similar thing happened to Katie.
Darn, I'm not going to be able to keep paying off my loan. I need to sell my house and use all the money I get to pay off what I still owe.
However, Katie sold her house for $150,000 below what she had bought it for, so she still had $100,000 left on her loan payment, but she could not afford it.
Oh no! People can only pay back half their loan due to the collapse in the housing market. We don't have enough money to function. Help us, Obama! You're our only hope!
In response, President Obama issued a bank bailout funded by raised taxes on the American people.
The American dream is being tested by a home mortgage crisis that not only threatens the stability of our economy, but also the stability of families and neighborhoods. In the end, all of us are paying a price for this home mortgage crisis. And all of us will pay an even steeper price if we allow this crisis to continue to deepen. A crisis which is unraveling home ownership, the middle class, and the American dream itself. But if we act boldly and swiftly to arrest this downward spiral, then every American will benefit.
Dan is an example of an average middle-class man who wanted to achieve the American dream.
I guess the 2 cars, family, wanted to have a house, 2 kids, or 2.1 or whatever it is. But yeah, we were trying to live the American dream. We came up with a number of $2,700. So, we finally came in, signed all the documents, everything looked great. The 3rd month, we got a mortgage payment bill for $3,600. And we were shocked, we thought it was a mistake. We called him up, asked him to explain why it was so much higher. He said to me, well, didn't I explain to you that it was a teaser rate? They lied to me, outright lied to me to get, with my mortgage payment to get the sale. I think greed just got the best of them.
The value of homes began to fall. Right. So what does that mean for the subprime borrower? So subprime is literally because you're such a risky lender, because you don't have the assets or whatnot, you pay a higher percent. Their house is worth less than the amount they owe in debt. So once the value of an asset becomes worth less than your debt, it becomes in your best interest to walk away from that debt. That's what we call foreclosure. That is what started to happen across the country. We began to have massive amounts of foreclosures. I blamed subprime mortgage lending, riskier behavior than should be taken. So everyone took on way more risk than the system was meant to handle. Now when the time came for that risk to be called upon, you can understand how the system had too much pressure on it. Well, since this thing has unfolded, how many CEOs or employees have been charged with a felony crime? Not a single one. So something has to explain how we can have something go so wrong that has negative effects and consequences for so many people, and no one is being held accountable.
Today, on Thursday, May 20th, 2010, Congress passed a financial regulatory bill that is a step forward to helping the economy.
The bill plans to suppress non-responsible lending to people trying to buy homes, ensure that big companies in trouble will not raise taxes and hurt the taxpayers, and create a system to spot risks.
Thank you from us here at NBC News.
I think it's way too soft. I think it's way too, not enough teeth and not enough bite. There has to be greater consumer protection. The people who are getting hurt most in this whole thing are by far the consumer and the U.S. taxpayer. They're the ones being held hostage with high unemployment. They're the ones being held hostage with these huge bailouts.